I don't know, maybe this side. You wouldn't, I don't think
I
you'd
would
even
tip
make
over
it.
that damn
I don't
fridge.
think you'd even make it up there.
Oh, I would tip over that fridge. I would try my hardest to get up there, and I would tip it over. If you got up on top of that
fridge, I wouldn't even care if you tipped my fridge over. I'd be like, yeah, Megan, you're
No,
up
but
on
I
the
know
fridge.
who would. Because it goes from my daughter breaking beds from jumping on it to Megan tipping over the fridge.
Too much play. It's too much play. Meg's not allowed that anymore.
God, I don't know how your husband doesn't hate me.
He loves you. So listen, finally, the 8-year-old was like in the dining room, and like his like
vision,
scope of vision was more open, and he saw me, and I was like, ha ha, I've been here the whole time. He's like, you're on top of the fridge. I was like, yep, I'm on top of the fridge. So that was an excellent hiding spot, and then I found another hiding spot.
Where?
In between the liner of the shower and the shower curtain, and I stood in the corner. So when they pushed the shower curtain back, they still didn't see me. And I'm like skinny enough where I like tucked it in and I sucked it in, and they didn't see me. And they gave up. They were like, all right, Mom, we give up. And so I let them go like into the living room, and all of a sudden like quietly like bolted out, and they're like, where were you? And I'm like, I'm not telling you, because next time we do this game, I'm hiding in the same spot, and you're still not going to find me. And they wanted me to tell them my spot. I was like, I'm not telling you.
You want to know something really funny?
Huh.
My daughter would probably find you in that spot. You know why?
Really? Because she's an excellent hide and seeker?
No, that's not the reason why. No, because she's in her stage where she wants privacy, which is good. I'm loving this whole privacy thing.
It's a good thing.
Because before it was like, I'm going to strip down in the middle of the living room. And I'm going to, like...
I got another moment.
So she's finally getting to, like, the I want the privacy stage. Well...
Yep.
So she's been going off and on between tubs and showers. And I keep on telling her, like, Paige, like, you're old enough now that you should be getting in the shower. Like, you can hop in the shower, you can wash your own hair, wash your body. It's not a playtime anymore.
Right.
Like, you get in, you get out.
Reason.
Right. You get in, you get out.
Yeah.
So last night she comes to me and goes, Mom, I want to get in the shower. And I was like, okay. But she's still very nervous about messing with the water. Mm-hmm. So, because she's afraid she's going to burn herself.
Dude, you don't want to get burned.
Yeah, no. So she's like, Mom, can you turn on the water for me?
Is your thing regulated to a certain temperature downstairs?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I was like, all right. So I turn the water on and stuff. I get the shower going. While I'm getting the shower going, she's trying to get undressed to get in the shower. And she's like, Mom, I want privacy. I was like, well, do you want the water on? So she goes in between the shower curtain and the liner.
Don't tell her that's my spot.
To undress. And she's like, well, now I still have privacy. And I'm like, actually, that's pretty friggin' smart.
That is smart.
I was like, you go for that, kid. I am proud of you right now. I was like, I'm going to get the water going. The water's on. You get in that shower and you do your business.
You
and
hide your goodies.
I shut the door.
That's good.
I was like, damn, girl. Like, that's a proud mom moment right there.
Yeah, that's good. The boys don't want privacy. They don't care if their ass is hanging out.
I know, because every time I'm here, someone strips down to something.
Like before, when we were painting, and I said we got to go get in the tub. So I'm on the toilet, number one, and Alex is crying, and Grayson strips down totally naked and is bent over the tub with his brown eye like this, getting the toys out of the tub and turning the thing on, and his ass is just out there. He doesn't care. Nope, he doesn't care. I'm like, God, come on, hide that thing. It's not as cute as it used to be. Like.
You're getting older now.
Yes, it's not like, at least you wiped good enough and there's not,
brown
poop in
smudges.
there. Yeah.
Oh, God. That's funny.
And so the last thing that I had on my list was, my boys are like really into Star Wars right now.
Yeah.
It's like a big thing.
Did you hear Alex when we first got here?
No, what did he say?
He went up to Paige and he goes, Paige, do you know that Star Wars has, what do you say, dinosaurs that have spider legs, and they have dogs that have spider legs?
See, like, I wouldn't even know this because I don't like Star Wars, and so when, like, my husband and the two boys sit down to watch Star Wars, and I'm like, meh, I'm out.
Yeah. I'm going to go find something.
I got to try to get into it, though, because they're really...
You don't have to like it just because they like it.
No, but I feel like I need to give it a try, but when I sit down and I'm like, this sucks.
I never got into Star Wars, but I am into other like sci-fi things. Like I like Guardians of the Galaxy.
Oh, I like that one.
I like.
That's funny.
Yeah, that's funny. It's adult humor, but it's also good for kids too.
Yes.
But then there's also like there's other things that I like Teen Titans Go. I love Teen Titans Go.
I never have time to sit down and watch TV. And then when they put Star Wars on, I'm like, meh.
Yeah, no.
Because I'm not watching Teen Titans Go when it's time to sit on the couch.
Yeah.
But
Well,
Grayson
see, I
really
don't
likes that
really
one.
ever have control with the TV.
Oh, you gotta take control.
No, I
Take that
don't.
back.
I
Take
don't.
that.
It's either video games for my husband. It's either a show that he wants to watch, or when it's just me and Paige home, Paige takes it over.
Yeah.
So I'm like, every once in a while, like that's why. So everyone always makes fun of me because I get up early. Like I get up as early as my husband.
Yeah.
My husband gets up at 4:35, depending on the day. I make his lunch, send him out the door.
Oh, you're such a good wife. I don't make my husband's lunch.
I make his lunch every single day. Every day.
Oh,
I don't
thank
know
you.
why, but
Nobody got time for that.
I during that period of time when he leaves and before Paige wakes up is my time.
Yes. How?
That
So what's that window? What time is that?
it depends. Like sometimes I might get from 6 to like 8:30
Right now.
right now. Usually,
Unless I'm showing up at your door at 7.
yeah. But usually it's like he has to be to work by 6, so he lives at like 5:30 ish. It'll be from like then until like when Paige is going to school. It's like, say, the bus usually came at like 7:10, so it'd be like 6:30. So like I'd get like an hour of my time.
Well, that's
And
nice.
I record my shows, so then like I'll try to watch all of my recording. And then like I if I really wanted to, but half the time I don't because I like going to work. Like I like getting out of the house.
You like getting there early.
Yeah, and I
like
like being able to sit down and relax and check in with everyone
this
because I'm
is
in
why
charge
you
of
and my
everyone
husband are
and
best friends.
all that stuff. And
Me, I'm like, why do you get there so early? He's like, I don't know, I like getting there early.
Well, I like-
You don't have to be there for another 20 minutes.
yeah, I just like being able to settle down. If I stop and get a breakfast sandwich or I make myself a breakfast sandwich, I want to be able to sit down and eat it. And I have my coffee and I check in with everyone to make sure they know what they're doing for the day. So when they come in the door, they're all set to go and ready. And if I don't want to do that, like if I get lazy in the morning, I'm like, oh, God, I'm going to not shower before Paige gets on the bus. Then I'll shower after Paige gets on the bus, and then I'll stay a little bit longer and wait and watch the rest of my show. But that's usually my TV
Your
time.
TV time. I don't have TV time. I have gym time.
Now, though,
My hour is gym time.
well, see, the problem is with me is that when my husband's busy playing his game and stuff, then I'm like, what is there for me to do now? Like, I'm like, oh, God. So that is why I started my blog.
Well, it's kind of...
Because I can sit down and type.
You're in a good stage right now. Because Paige is she's kind of independent.
Yeah.
You know, and she can, like, do her own thing for a little while. And he's, like, doing his thing, and you're like...
Yeah, now I look around and I'm like, what am I going to do?
But
There's
Grayson's independent, I can say, but Alex is not there yet, you know, so he's like, Mommy! Mommy!
I love Alex.
I want a snack! I
Love
want a
that-
drink!
Love that kid.
I
Yeah,
put my pants!
well,
Mommy!
Paige is still in between though, because there's still times where
Yep.
she's like, Mom, I want this, or I need this. Can you get me this?
Yeah.
Can you get me that? And I'm like, you know where it is.
You have 2 legs.
You have the steps down of what you need to do. You can go do it.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be independent. Now, if I said this to my mother, she'd be like, oh, well, she wants your help.
Yeah.
She needs to learn to be independent.
Yeah.
She needs to learn to be independent.
Well, it's hard because it's like you don't want to
I'm a
push
tough
them.
parent.
You don't want to push them through. Well, it's not about being a tough parent, but it's like learning the life skills that they're going to need soon.
Yeah.
But also not pushing them through childhood so quickly that they're growing up too fast.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Because in 20 years, you're going to be one of those statistics that are like, you know, you salvage every moment that you can get as a mom and
Oh, I
love
say
your
that to Will's cousin
Yeah,
all
I
the
know.
time now. Because
Because they have an infant.
Well, she has an infant, and she was like, okay. She goes, I'm going to take the less amount of time that I can, and then go right back to work because I want to be able to go back to work and everything.
And you're like,
and I'm like, just
salvage
savor this. But she decided on her own because I didn't push it. Like I love her. She's a great person, and I'm glad that our relationship has grown because it definitely has grown a lot. Like we talk every single day now.
Nice.
But I didn't know her enough to be like, no, you need to, like, you should do this, you should do
You
like
should take your
I
time.
can't talk to her like I talk to you.
Right. She better
And
not
so-
be taking my place.
Yeah, no, she's
Just kidding. I don't even know who you are. Just kidding.
But she texted me the one day and she goes, I'm gonna take as long time as I possibly can. But now I feel bad because during all this, she might lose her job.
Yeah.
They told her the other day that she might not have anything to come back to.
Yeah.
So I'm praying that she can have something because that's hard for the newborn.
Every child is different. This is your first child. The second child's different. God bless your heart if you have a third. That will be even more different because I felt different
I look
about
back
it.
and I'm like, it was hard. Well, obviously I was a little bit different circumstances with my first kid.
Yep.
But I look back and I'm like, how the frick did my grandmother raise 7 kids?
Yeah. Well,
How did she do it? And then their father passed away when a lot of them were still young.
Yeah, that was a common thing.
So like, how did you handle that?
Well, number one, so while he was alive, the wife never had to work.
Right. No, she did.
Did she work?
She did. Yep. She did.
Full
She
time?
worked at Delson's. No, part time.
Right. Even the generation above me, my mother, I mean, she took care of handicapped people in my home, so that was her job. But I mean, essentially, she had 5 or 6 kids at the same time because she was taking care of handicapped people.
Yeah.
But she was home. It wasn't easy, but she was able to get us on and off the bus. She was able to do her grocery shopping in the middle of the day. Because the clients went to co-work, it was like she got the 3 kids on the bus, and then she got the 2 handicapped people on the bus, and then it was like her for a while. Not saying that that's easy, but that generation was able to work like part-time. What did your mom do? Did your mom work full-time?
Oh yeah, my mom has always worked
full-time?
Always.
And then the generation above that, my grandmother's generation, your grandmother's generation, they didn't work.
Yeah.
The wife stayed home. My grandmother had 7 kids. She never got her driver's license.
Both my grandparents worked though. Both of my grandmothers.
Probably not full time.
No, my one grandmother did. She worked at the bank full time.
That's amazing. That's like it's really unheard of. And then that generation, every time at work when I interview my patients, the like some of them actually went to college, and I'm like, oh my God, you went to college?
Yeah.
You have a
That's
master's
unheard of.
degree? Like when you're 80s and 90s years old, like that that's unheard of.
Yeah.
Like most of them.
Those are most of the people that had the money.
Oh yeah.
That's the older generation that had the millions.
Yes.
Or the thousands that was like millions back in that day.
The parents that actually saw that college was an investment in their children's future and didn't think that the women were just, kicked to the side.
No,
the boys got to go to college or went to war or
It's
whatever.
actually pretty sad because I know a lot of people, especially nowadays, like I wish I could go back and do things different when it comes to college and like really actually focused and all that kind of stuff.
You were going to do like the
Well,
What were you gonna do
the first
recently?
thing I was going to do was I was going to go for physical education. I was going to be a gym teacher.
yeah.
And then I decided no on that, and I went to my advisor.
Forensics.
Well, I wanted to go back to that, but it's hard now. It's harder to go back.
Mhm.
But I was going to do physical education. I dropped out of that course, and I did independent studies for a while, which my advisor looked at me and said, "Are you sure you don't know what you want to do with yourself?" And I'm like, "No, I'm frickin' 18 years old. I don't know what I want to do with myself."
Independent.
Yeah.
Sign me up.
And so then I went, and I was going to do massage therapy. And then I made the stupid decision to move with a boyfriend.
Yeah.
But
Down to Georgia, right?
yeah,
Yep.
but like now I sit there and I'm like, God, there's so many things. Like my problem is that there's so many things I want to do, and that I feel like I could be passionate about. But it's so hard to go back to school now.
Mhm.
It is so hard now to go back to school because not everything is 100% online.
Mom life.
Yeah, and then you're not going to get any of the financial aid that you would have gotten when you were younger. So
But
now
you might now that you have a kid.
school bills are 10 times higher.
Yes, they are.
But
Yep.
I don't know. It's. I feel like a lot of people think that college isn't so much of an investment anymore because people are getting jobs without college
Yeah.
degrees.
Of course.
And
Mhm.
like good jobs.
Good
like
jobs.
good paying jobs.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But the one thing that I wish that they came back with more, trade schools.
Trade schools.